Okay, so I started with diamond. I decided to go a long way away until I found land, basically, and this is the process of looking for land. Also, I got a new mod that, like, I was gonna put it on that island, and then I decided to put it on this island. So I started with a general outline for the diamond base. Uh, I wanted a sort of geometric Hermitcraft Season 6 Grian vibe. His base in that season I really like, and so I tried to go for something like that. But to a much smaller scale. So I built a circle there for a tower and some geometric osity. I don't know why I'm filling that in, because I'm gonna just delete it all later anyway. And then I was refining the shape and, putting outlines, and I built up the height that the walls are going to be at. I didn't manage to finish it this episode. It would have taken way too long. But I got the tower done, and I got the shape and the floor. So yeah. I'm not sure what those rooms are going to be for each, but the tower is like like a lookout almost. Maybe later I'll go put bows up there and you can fire on the enemies, or it's just to keep lookout. I decided to use glazed terracotta for the floors. I used a different one in every room. I went for the cyan glazed terracotta in here because I think it looks the best, and this is like, I don't know, sneak peek of some cave down there. Is that like a stronghold? I don't know. And I'm removing the floor here. As I said, it was redundant to put floor there. And I used the light blue terracotta here because I think it's the most diamond-like. And I do this thing where I sort of put it in fours so it makes a shape, and I think this one turned out really good. And I went for light grey in this room because it still has that similar vibe, and I really like how that one turned out. And then I went for dark grey in this room, just for a bit of variation, and it's a bit of a bluish grey, don't you think? Whoa. And then I was filling in where I had covered up with the dirt, with the outline. Then I started on the tower with cyan concrete. I went for dark gray concrete, dark gray concrete there. But as a bit of an outline, but I changed it later, and I went for warped wood. Any wood I use, it's warped because it's the most fitting. And here's really my Korean inspiration coming in with the walls of this tower with the white concrete. And I decided to do something like that and have like that around the doorway, and then I would have these tall windows here in these spots to look out maybe or something, and to let light in. And I put glass in, cyan glass, and I put a sea lantern in the middle on the floor and roof. And then I was experimenting with the doors. I was trying to do warped doors. I ended up going with iron just because it looked better. I put a ladder there. That ladder does not stay. I might change this, but I decided to put a warped or a twisted vine. Now I'm changing the outline of that to cyan, and I'm building the outline of the main part of the building, and I decided to go all the way around with it and change the windows to be like that. So yeah, that's my build. Hope you like it. Like, comment, subscribe.